Laura. I've got beat up headphones on. I got new things. I changed my lighting a little. You'll see that. Good morning, Olga. Good morning, Rosa. Good morning, Nathan. Bots are in the house. Let me see. Do I have battery on this one? Everybody ready to buy? Because we just got an inflation number that was bad. That's what I was watching. They're bull traders. 352 people are watching them on YouTube right now. Hit the thumbs up button. I might as well just come here. I mean, shit. I'm not going to sit there and... There's nothing going... I'm not doing it. I did all of it while I was listening to the... what was it? PPI, Producer Price Index. And it was bad. I mean, it was bad. You know, we can look at QQQ. We'll look at after hours and a 5-minute chart. I mean, it was bad. You know, again, you're lower than you traded yesterday. You're back to where you were, Tuesday, when we got the inflation number and it shot up and then it shot down. My guess is that we'll probably come back to this 576 area. It's not the end of the world. You're still in a good wedding day. In from Australia, mate. Australia. Wendy's daughter's marrying a koala bear. I think that's what you told me. But just in case anybody's worried about the red on their screen in their account, my Bitcoin, I think risk assets are going to be off. Let's see if I'm down. Yeah, I'm down below 14,000 again. I mean, you know, again, your life is not going to change based on one day. So, and that's kind of what today's podcast is going to be. So good morning, Wendy, Jennifer, George, vacation guy, Sir Ryan. Hey, Wendy, want to throw out a Venmo for everybody to, throw the link up for wedding gifts. I just gave, well, I might as well say, I mean, Matt from that Rhode Island video that I posted, he just got married. I gave him $1,000, which I think is kind of nice. Listen, share your wealth. I don't know Matt very well. I've only hung out with him that one time, but he got married. Celebrate it. Go have a nice dinner on your honeymoon for $1,000. Don't worry about it. Courtesy of Uncle Gary. And Matt's a good kid. But yeah. So throw up the Venmo, Wendy. Throw it up. I'll throw it, send me the wedding gift Venmo, because that's what people do now. You throw your fucking Venmo on the back of your car because you're on vacation. I mean, has that gone out the window, or is that still a thing? Because it was a thing just a few years ago. So, I mean, shit, I get Venmo'd all the time, but I'm making people money. I only tell you, Venmo me here on the link tree. I do put my gift me with Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. And the reason I put that up there is not, hey, I don't need the money. It's when people give me money, whether it's $1, whatever, I know that you made money. And so that's the way the podcast started, was if you've made money off of things and you want to just say thank you, throw me $1, throw me $2, throw me $5. That makes me feel better. It's not like, most of the time I give more money to charity than I get from Venmo from people. I don't give more money. I used to give more money than charity than I make on the podcast, but I make more. Is Red Robin flying? Is the short squeeze still going on? Up 10%. Let's see. Let's go back to the strategy. Red Robin Burgers. I mean, Eat Brinker was up. How could you think that this one? I mean, yeah. Oh, thanks, Josh. That's nice of you. My mom thinks I'm going to jail. My mom constantly, you're going to jail. She tells me I'm going to jail. But Josh, you should put your money in the stock market. You know, life is monopoly. Why just collect interest when you pass go? So let's do some scanners. But kudos. Welcome to the DJing crew. Let's see. Scans. We've got Disney. Interesting. I don't know. It's kind of turned a little. I mean, you have confirmation. Are we going for that move to break above the 121? That's amazing, Josh. Kudos to you. High five, man. My portfolio is still, by the way, full disclosure, my portfolio is still down year to date. So just so everyone knows, I am still down year to date. It's based on Apple, but I mean, you know, I know why. And am I going to adjust why? Currently doing it, but not doing a lot. I'm rebalancing. It kind of shows me as much as Apple is down year to date. Let's see, what are they still? They're still down, I think, 14% year to date, 6%. So they've really come back. I mean, this was the best risk reward at freaking, $200. Even though it was still, the valuation was still crazy. All they had to do was two things: get back in love with, get Trump back calling Tim Cook instead of Tim Apple. And then the second thing is just AI, and they'll get AI. They will. I had some friends email me. Thank you for the Apple tip. And then I was part of what today is going to be is I was going over the top stocks. And one of my friend's company is a top stock on Seeking Alpha right now. Top small cap, I believe. And so we're going to go over that. It's up 80% in 1 month. 85. And I'm in a group chat now with him going, what the F? Why didn't you tell us this? Blah, blah, blah. That the numbers were this good. This could be an overreaction. Comeback. I like that. Zscaler, which I talked to my dad about with cybersecurity. Now let's go to the indexes. We still have some crossing up here. We got Disney, IBM, and Nike. Nike is one I've missed out on when it was in the 50s, but I'm not upset about it because I don't wear Nikes. I just don't wear Nikes. Now, I will tell you that Dow has come back incredibly. CDW, CSX, Global Foundries, MCHP, Mondelez, Zscaler. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the S&P, which is going to include some banks. There we go. Do ACN. Deere, which just reported and is down 6%. Interesting. UNP. Let's go deer and look at the 4 hour. I'm done with the scans. The scans will be in the newsletter if you're interested. Good morning, Larry. Deer got you in, and it's down 6%. Trade's about the same as buy and hold over the last 2 years. Not a great one to trade. And that 413, you're trading at about 480 right now. That 413, probably on a weekly, I put that one in. Yeah. So you can see it kind of broke out. Look to 460. I mean, that, if we just move this one up here to about 460, 454, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, that even goes back to here, which is the high 446. I mean, that seems to be resistance right there, which should provide support on the way down. No, I think it's going to be the weekend. I think they're going to disclose it on the weekend, to be honest with you. I think they're going to wait for the weekend. But boy, I'm going to be down a lot today. Because I loaded into crypto, I did, and it's down 3%. IBIT, I did load into IBIT with quite a bit at this 66 level. We're still at 67. I mean, it's covering the gap, 66.55. That's the gap that kind of goes down there. So the question will be whether, you know what, I might as well remove this channel. Whether we get back to the bull market and how far this one goes down, because by the way, this is a clip of Josh Brown. What are your thoughts on Paramount Skydance? And he goes on to say it. I'll talk about that one. It's just an example that, hey, even the people you listen to get things wrong completely. BLSK, I did not know this company. It was up 556% yesterday to $29 million company. I thought it was interesting that it was up that much. We'll take a look at the chart. We'll look at a chart of Walmart. And we're going to look at Lemonade because Tim from Stonks, let's see, what's his channel's name? Stock Talk, brought it up. I liked him. He brought up Lemonade. And so I saw a couple of things. He's in big. Could it go again? Blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that one. Apple's just being Apple. Dan Niles has a great take on the second half. If you like Dan Niles, I mean, he was more right on the front end. Bullish, 84% in the first day. But if you traded it, maybe you're down, maybe you're up. We'll take a look at that chart. I was just perusing, like I said, some of the top stocks, and this is one of the top stocks, GigaCloud. And the top stock that my friend works at, Bysat. This is up 1 year, 64%, but in 1 month, it's up 81%. And I don't know what the group chat says, because the group chat just started this morning when I wrote to, what the fuck? Why didn't we know about this? We have a great, just Alpha Picks is absolutely killing it. And why am I not changing? Oh, let me change this. Properties, let's see. And then go back to Google Chrome. Alpha Picks is absolutely killing it. I'm going to try and open this up. This is a Morningstar. I think it's a PDF. Yeah. It's a PDF report. The more investors traded, the less they made. I mean, this is just me. That I always say it, but now you've got actual proof from a study. This was from yesterday with the newsletter. where I put out a bonus one for the paid subscribers, and we'll look at that one. PPI came in hotter than expected. So, Larry, morning, Lisa. I don't think it's Para. I think it's Skydance. Skydance is the one that was up like, a couple 100% or something. Derek, I don't own PPIH. I don't even know what PPIH is. Permapipe International Holding. It's a $217 million. What tools did you use, Derek Bridget, to find this one? It's not covered by the Quant. I don't own it. So I honestly, I just don't know anything about it. Six months up 87%, 1 month up 14%, 5 days up 6%. But good luck in filling that. It's 1,945. So, Finviz. Finviz isn't one of my tools. It's one of my previous ones. But wouldn't have shown up on any of my screens based on the volume and the market cap. So, again, the chart looks great, but Finviz is the tool that I used for years before I got Seeking Alpha, as the kind of fundamental stuff. And I did use screeners. I used this stuff like that. But that one necessarily would not have shown up on any of my screens just based on the volume of 1,000, 2,000 shares being traded. If you're going to buy into a stock, just make sure that the volume of shares traded, try and trade one share. And if you can buy and sell that one share within a decent amount of time and your brokerage fulfills it, then that's a good thing. But yeah. We're gonna put that one in. Let's put that one. Let me see where I can put this one in here. And we'll put that one in there because I like this article. I like when it tells me what's happening. Cisco earnings, Bitcoin touches another high amid risk on sentiment. Ether climbs. Do you need to be told to go into Bitcoin stuff? MP Materials, that's a play on materials. I don't own it. I probably should have owned it because Trump loves that one because it's the only rare earth. But based on Trump's press conferences, I think he thinks rare earth is overlooking real estate overlooking the ocean. And that's just based on his press conferences because, he called California rare earth. And I'm not joking about that. That's kind of scary, but I think he knows what rare earth is. I just think that he doesn't fully grasp the concept that it's actually materials. Okay. 37 people, 21 thumbs up. I am going to start this podcast. Let me hit record. Good morning. It is Thursday, August 14th. Is today the day that we start to see a little button hook on this market? Since April, you can see the chart. Since April, we've gone straight up. Algorithm got you out of a 22% gain. I said, don't get out. I don't think that we're done. All of a sudden, I was buying on this day, if you remember. Again, that's the thing. I was buying on this day. I didn't think we were done. Again, earnings have come in super strong. But today, We talked about the CPI on Tuesday. That came in light, showed that inflation may not be climbing into the system as much. And I said, wait, PPI is coming out. And this one, very well likely, was going to be higher. It came in super hot, crashed the markets down. The pre-market, we are down. Bonds moved up. You can see the headline, stock index futures fall sharply after PPI comes in hot. We're not down by 1%. We're not down by 2%. We are down by what? 0.32, 0.33. So don't let the headlines get at you. But here's what we see. If you go into Seeking Alpha and you look at the VIX, okay? The VIX is at 15. If you just look at a 5-day of the VIX, we've shot down. Where could we go? We could spike up to 16. That would be your UVIXY and XVIXY play. So UVIXY is a triple leverage ETF on the VIX. SVIXY is just the opposite. But if you think that the VIX is going to spike back up to this, then start playing those. The 10-year bond, we can go over to the market data and look at the bonds. The 10-year bond shot up. Let's look at the U.S. Treasury. Let's look at the 5-day. See? We're going up. It shot up. This is nothing that isn't expected, but here's the thing. The PPI coming in hotter than expected likely means that CPE, go and Google what CPE is. I don't even know what it is. I know it's consumer price something. But that's the Fed's favorite inflation gauge, will likely go up because it's a mixture of PPI and CPI. I am not an expert on this. Understand, you may think I know what I'm talking about. I have no freaking clue. I am just here parroting what I have heard. But the cost of goods going up means inflation will go up. Now, we can hear from the administration that, yes, you know, all of the it's not being paid by the American people because we haven't seen the cost go up. There are ways that it is being held down. But if those producers' prices are going up, it will have to be passed on to the consumers at some point. And when is that? Maybe this means that the September rate cut is out. Let's just go and look. Let me look it up. Let's see. Rate cut in September poly market. And we're just going to look that up. Let's look it up. We were at 90% before. Let's see what I don't see the percentage. You're getting a yes at 5.5, a no 94.1. Let's see poly market. There we go. Nah, I guess I know I saw the percentage here some point. Maybe I have to log in. I'm not logged in, but go and look it up. It could go up. I mean, that's the thing is Powell now has the ability to say, hey, we're not cutting rates. Last night I went over. I realized I had never gone over and never written anything about this portfolio. I just kind of provided to the paid members. But the portfolio in Savvy Trader is up 11%. Plus, I did a bonus because I gave the paid newsletter. A friend emailed me yesterday and said, hey, what do you think of this one? I thought it was good. It's an energy stock. So I went over it. I went over my entire process of doing that. I found a strategy that I wanted and I put it out there for the paid members. Again, the newsletter. It's free normally. If you subscribe to the newsletter, most of these newsletters are free. But I do paid ones every now and then because the people that support me, I want to support them back. So I give them little bonuses. Okay? By the way, this morning in these numbers, the jobs numbers, you're not even seeing headlines about the jobs number. It was nothing shocking. The jobs market seems to be fine. The market reaction completely is based on the inflation data and are we getting a cut in September? So that video last night, by the way, for paid members, I went over the created portfolio back in January. It's up 11%. It's not quite alpha picks, but when I went over the 3 mistakes that I made, I realized I didn't put this in. I've been busy with my own portfolio over the last month. I've been doing a lot of work on my own portfolio. Just full disclosure. It's been my own portfolio. I'm not sharing a lot of that stuff, but I don't need to share because you guys should know from watching this podcast exactly what I'm doing. It's not like I'm hiding anything. but I gave the bonus energy name. Now, one thing I want to reiterate to everybody, I say this all the time, but the more you trade, the less your returns in the long run are. It's not just me saying that. This is actual fact. And Morningstar goes over it. And it's a PDF. I'm going to put the link in the newsletter for you to read it. It's a long freaking thing. So let me summarize this. The 1.2 percentage point between the actual market return and the return that you see in your portfolio happens because investors lose a portion of their funds' total returns because they go in and out of those funds during a 10-year horizon. Again, a 10-year horizon. So if you're just looking at a 10-year horizon on here and you're saying, okay, let me go back to 2015, your actual returns are less because you've been going in and out. In plain English, investors have poor timing. They buy high and sell low. That's not always right. But if you don't leave it in there, you are going to underperform because you trade too much. You chase performance. The takeaway: performance chasing destroys returns more than any single factor. It might just be 1%. But 1% over 10 years, that could be a life-changing amount of money. In addition to using broad low-cost index funds, investors should have long-term plan and stick to it. So when I say I buy QQQ on the 4-hour algorithm, and when I sell because I see like this April downturn and I trimmed some, I didn't trim some that I just bought in April. I trimmed some that I bought back here in 2021, that I bought back here in 2020. Now, is that right? Because maybe I'm underperforming because Morningstar says, hey, the 10-year, maybe I should have sold things that I bought back in 2015. But you need to follow Jack Boyle's rule. Don't just do something, stand there. I've gone over the past 2 weeks. I told you, dead people outperform living people in fidelity. I'm now telling you, Morningstar tells you with numbers. So that's part of the guidance of the rules-based portfolio of Alpha Picks. It's a long-term portfolio. It's not something that you get in and out of. And it's a rules-based portfolio. That's the key. Follow the rules. 90% of Alpha Picks have beaten Q2 earnings, vastly outperforming the 81% of the S&P so far. Again, 81% of the S&P is beating earnings per share. Positive earnings drove major portfolio gains this week, pushing the Alpha Picks portfolio past 200%. This is a screenshot of this performance. 193% versus 64%. That's just a screenshot from July 1st, 2022 to July 31st, 2025. But when you go in and you actually look at it, they are now up 200%. 8 Alpha Picks in the current portfolio have surged more than double digits. Notable standouts include BLBD, SSRM, which was just picked. We have surged 20% in the last week on earnings. Both of those have surged 20%. Alpha Picks portfolio is now beating the S&P by over 2 times across all time periods. So how do you get Alpha Picks? Well, you can get it on its own. It's a portfolio. Okay, you can save $50 by going over to Linktree right here. It's the 4th link. But what I want to show you is a way to actually get premium. Oh, let me get out of here. Hold on one second. I'm going to sign out. This is part of, me doing the live show instead of like being actually prepared. Oh, let me sign out. And then I'm going to show you the steps that you actually go through. You go over to here and you click on this link and you're going to get this page. You save $159. This is the bundle. You get both the premium, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, I'm going to show you how I find stocks and where I look for them. Once I sign in, let me just sign in real quick. log in. We're going to log in with the daily stock pick one, and we're there. Okay. So again, the premium and the alpha picks together, you save $159. We're going to get out of that alpha picks portfolio right there because you can't see that. VSAT. Okay. VSAT. I was sitting there. Part of the reason why I say get the bundle is because I'm just sitting there this morning trying to get ready for this podcast, and I'm scrolling down and I see this top stocks by market cap, okay? Small cap. And I see VStat. This is Viasat, okay? This is a satellite company that probably is competing with Rocket Labs, probably is competing with SpaceX. They're a public company, okay? My friend works for this company. And I was like, what the F are you not telling me? Because over 1 month, this is up 81%. I didn't even think of asking him how his company was doing. But now we're in a group chat. And after this podcast, I'm going to get in that group chat and I'm going to say, what the F? Why didn't I know about this? And blah, blah, blah. I already did this morning, but I'll see his response. 3.69%, 3.69 billion. It's got a short interest of 17%. Their earnings just were good. Again, 1 month, you're up 81%. Now take another tool and go over here to Trendspider, okay? Viastat. Over 1 month, yeah, you're up 80%, but here's the killer. If you had seen this, if I'd seen this, hey, Gary, by the way, it's Black Gary is who works there because I'm white Gary, but Black Gary works there. And so Black Gary, we just went hiking up in South Carolina and he didn't say anything. I asked him about it. I said, how many satellites are you putting up there? You ever heard of Rocket Labs? What about SpaceX? And I was asking him and he's like, yeah, business is going okay. Boom. I should have bought it when we went hiking because $9.10, that's around where we went hiking. And it gave you a 60% gain. I didn't look at it. I didn't think about it. Now, had I known about this July 30th, just 2 weeks ago? Boom, you're up 82%. So the 4-hour algorithm, again, the tools pay for themselves if you know what to look for. And last week, I brought up, let me bring up Viasat real quickly. Because when you look at the weekly, here's the killer. Is that this one has started to turn positive on the weekly. You have confirmation. And all of a sudden, you're back close to that 200-day. Now, the last 2 times you've hit that 200-day, you haven't been able to hold it. Over its history, this has not been able to hold the 200-day. So now we have to make sure that Viastat continues that way. Am I buying it right now? No. But it's now on my freaking watch list. Because it's space, it's a hot sector. I know somebody that works there. Not that he's giving me insider information. But again, it's just something where the tools help you. Now, I brought up GCT. Okay? This was an alpha pick. I went back. It was an alpha pick where the portfolio actually took a loss on this one. I went back and looked at my notes. This one, over 1 month, is up 60%. Okay, in the last 5 days, it's up 26%. I brought this up last week. And 4-hour algorithm. Let's just look at GCT. Because the last few times, let's say 5% gain, 33% gain, 11% gain, has you back in at 28. Now you're up at 20% gain. That's pretty good. Okay? That's not bad. I went back and looked at my notes. It was removed from Alpha Picks based on the rule of it moving to a sell in the quant, and they remove it immediately. Why was it a sell? Because there were a bunch of short reports that the company denied, and even Alpha Picks went to the warehouse because it's in New Jersey, and they investigated, and they said, yeah, we don't see anything that these short reports actually say. So you have to understand this is a specialty business. It's got a market cap of $1.22 billion. Understand what you're trading in, but it's ranked number 1 out of 7 from distributors, okay? And it's moved up there. It might be a good buy. Wall Street, They've got 4 analysts that cover this. They think it's worth $36, which is a 10% upside. And you can get this analyzed with AI. So that's why I like the bundle, because I can do stuff like this. Okay? Now, Bullish is interesting because Bullish was the IPO yesterday. Did you trade it? It surged 84% in the first day of trading, but you weren't able to get the 84%. Most likely, you lost money if you traded it and then panicked. Let's just go look at a 5-minute chart of this one. You know what? We're going to look at a 1-minute chart, and we're going to look at some after hours because it opened up yesterday about 1 o'clock, and there you can see it. It popped. You never had a chance to get back if you bought right at the open, because it was halted and then it opened back up at 111, 112. You're trading today up 6% at 74. This is why I don't like IPOs. I didn't trade this one yesterday. I was looking at it. Once it priced, you know, if you got this in pre-market before it actually opened up to the public, that's where you got it at $37. It was priced at 30. They added more stock. This was crazy. So understand, there are ways to trade this stuff. And in the newsletter, down in this education section, you can find confirmation. Go and look for confirmation. That's how I would have traded this. But I didn't see any confirmation at all yesterday, and I still don't see it. So am I buying this one? No. The answer is absolutely no. Now, we have to know what the second half of this year is going to look like, okay? Dan Niles, he did a great job in the first half. He said, hey, in the first half, you want to be in cash. And then in April, when we hit that bottom, very close to that bottom, he said, you know what? Things are overdone. We need to get back in the market. He started back in the market. And what's he saying right now? He's saying, hey, the second half, my belief is there will be a 10 to 20% market correction starting near Thanksgiving. I believe that demand has been pulled forward as by many imports increasing 38% year over year. This was written yesterday. This was written before PPI. He's bullish until September. So you have, again, look at the charts. The charts tell you the story. Should we be bullish? Should we be pulling out? No. You pull out when you actually lose the confirmation, when you actually start going down. And we're down a little bit today, 0.48%. That's not a panic. But you're going to see headlines about PPI and inflation and blah, blah, blah. You're going to see headlines. Panicking is not a strategy. So read some experts, see what you think, and then make your decision. That's as simple as it can get. Now, Apple, this is my number one holding by a large amount. This one has seen a great few weeks. Still not up year to date. Apple plans to release slate of new AI-powered products. I was on Spaces yesterday. Everybody's making fun of me for holding Apple. Part of it because they announced that they're going to release a robotic tabletop arm, and nobody could figure out a use for it. Nobody could figure out a freaking use for an iPad either when that came out. And everybody said, you know what? Wireless earphones? Why are they making wireless earphones? Apple does things you don't understand until it actually comes out and they figure out that, yes, you want them. The watch, I didn't want a freaking Apple Watch. I said, why would I wear an Apple Watch? A regular watch is just fine. Then I got an Apple Watch. I can't live without my Apple Watch. And Apple has been doing great. Now, it's still an expensive stock. Over 1 month, one of the largest stocks in the market is up 12%. Guess what's carrying this market? It's one of the large caps. It's this one. Look at that move. That's just since August 5th. I said at $200, this was a great buy. If you get back down to $200 on Apple, it's still a good buy. 2 billion handsets. That's all I have to say. All they have to do is get AI right. Now, it's near the average target price from Wall Street. Oh, why is this not showing? Hold on one second. Let's see. properties. I think it's when it goes into that sign-in page. So let me just make sure. Okay. Instagram, Earnings Hub. Boom. Boom. I don't think we have a sale on Trendspider, do we? Okay. Let me hit record again. So sorry about that. You couldn't see it. I had to pause the recording. But again, Apple 234. It's very close to it. Do you want to buy it here? Well, let's check the 4-hour algorithm. Does the 4-hour algorithm have you in? And it does. It got you in at 218. It's a nice little move in a stock that I still commit is the best risk reward in this market when you get down there. That's a nice 7-8% move. Again, using that 200 as the line. If you get it below 200, it's great. If you get it above 200, you can sell it if you want. Just have to make your determination. Now, here's Tim, Stock Talk. Okay, I like Tim. Tim is great. Tim does a great job on his analysis. Yes, he comes from TikTok, but he has a system and it is rock solid. And he's saying in this one, by the way, one of the stocks that he mentions is Lemonade. He's been in Lemonade for a few weeks now. And boy, this has paid off. Man, I think he got into Lemonade around here in June at 34. You're at $59 right now. 59 to 56 in pre-market is down 5%. Again, risk assets today, they will be taking a break. But look at the 4-hour algorithm up 25%. Again, Tim is great. Do I expect to invest in Lemonade? No. But his strategy is sound. And that's the key. He's got a strategy, he's got a plan, and he sticks to it. And it's worked. This has 23% short interest. Is it a short squeeze? Probably. Because the valuation makes no sense to me because they're not making money. But their growth is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Revenue growth going forward expected to grow 39%. You add that to a 23% short interest where they have to cover, you're going to get some moves in this one. And so Trendspider is saying, hey, is this the hottest stock chart out there right now? Cup and handle. Could be. Could be. Again, if you're trading technicals, this is a good one. Now, I want to show you, if you believe that charts aren't good, I want to show you something real quick. Because these two yellow lines, okay, this is Walmart. And these two yellow lines represent previous all-time highs. And we can go to a weekly right here, and you can see weekly right here. If you see the 105 right here, 105.24, and then it goes down here to 91, and we'll go back to the 4-hour, and we'll pull this back a little bit so you can see it. There's the previous 91, okay, $96, where it was an all-time high, pulled back. This 105, all-time high, pulled back. Did it use this as support? No. But here you're seeing it use that 96 as support. Now, what are you seeing here? 105 on Walmart is a clear double top. Clear double top. So what are you going to try and use as your support? If you want Walmart, again, if we're going into a recession, this is a great stock to have. People will still buy their groceries from Walmart. They will still go to Walmart for goods. And this is a clear price range. Understand what you're trying to get into. Walmart is better than Costco, even though the two of them are both in retail, okay? Costco, when you look at the peers, I think Walmart's in there, yeah. Costco and Walmart Mexico, I guess you could say that, Target. But when you go and you look at the valuation, okay, Costco is trading 51 times forward earnings, full year earnings. Walmart is trading at 38, Target's at 14, but Target's not growing. And that's the thing. Walmart is growing by 4%. Costco is growing by 6%. You're going to get that higher valuation based on the growth. But I like this range with Walmart. I own Walmart. I will start adding to Walmart when it gets back down to 95, 96. I like that proposition. Is it expensive? A little bit, but not as much as Costco. And Costco is traded similarly, but remember, Costco's a different business model. Costco is based on the membership fees. They charge a little bit, they get a little bit of margin on their stuff, but it's membership fees. And we don't have a clear top here. We have a double top, probably around 1,100, 1,050, somewhere in that neighborhood. But you can see the same kind of thing. We've broken down from that trend. Where was that trend? That trend was this weekly trend. We've broken down, we've traded sideways. So to get back to this, we're now at the 50-day. The last time this one traded at the 50-day, pretty damn good buys right here in 2023. So again, know what you're trading, know what you're buying. Now this one, it flew yesterday, up 556%, BSLK. Say you were in the market and you were saying, okay, BSLK. Say you were in the market and you wanted to know, I want something to trade on a 5-minute chart and I want to see something. Well, let's look. You had the opportunity. And again, I in the paid newsletter, you can just look for confirmation and I teach you how to trade like this. So right here at $3.96, you could have gotten this with confirmation, trade this on 5-minute candle. And when you lose confirmation, that's a 250% gain in 4 hours. Am I telling you, go out and put your entire portfolio into BSLK? No. It's got a market cap of $29 million. Yesterday, it traded 1.6 million shares. 1.6 million shares. And I want to show you shares outstanding. There's only 2 million shares, 1.37 million shares floated. This was a crazy stock yesterday. Sometimes you find stuff like this. This is what I would call an A+ setup, where it was set up for you and it was basically handed to you on a platter. Now, I wasn't watching this. I saw this after hours. That's it. I mean, I'm just bringing this up as an example of what you can do in the market when you have charts, when you have tools, when you have things like that. Now, Amit, great follow. Amit is investing on Twitter. Damn it, it did it again. Google Chrome. There we go. Amit is investing on Twitter. I changed the screen. I can't confirm this. Goldman Sachs put out a note to their clients today and told them to buy calls on the following names: Palantir, AMD, UPS, Warner Brothers, Digital, and EA Sports. The firm says we see potential for elevated upside asymmetry in stocks with high retail participation. I can't confirm it, but Amit is pretty damn good. And here's one of the things that I want to warn you about before doing your due diligence on stuff. Okay? This is Instagram. This is Josh Brown on Instagram talking about a stock called Paramount Skydance. This is literally the day before. And if we just look up Paramount Skydance, there we go. PSKY. It popped yesterday, 30%. Okay, 30% it was up. This is a shitco company. This is not something that should pop 30%, but it did. And he says, we talked about the new Paramount Skydance stock yesterday. I had no idea it would be up 45% today. I'm an idiot talking about it when I should have been buying it. Live and learn. Even the best influencers, even the best investors out there, we all get things wrong. They were talking about it being a shitty stock. Well, it wasn't a shitty stock. It was up, 45% in a day. So again, understand. And by the way, my apologies about the video with BSLK not being on the screen, but there's the chart that I was talking about with confirmation. And you can see it, but the screen just, it blacked out. So if you have any questions, again, everything's on Linktree. I do suggest you get this bundle. As we start going into a turn down, you are going to want to know what you own. Find tools that tell you what you own, which stocks are good, which stocks are bad. Find a chart that outlines to you which stocks are good, which stocks are bad. I will tell you, everybody says Apple is a shit stock. Look at this weekly chart. Okay, the MACD just reset. The RSI just reset. We went back down in April to the 200-day. In April, you were trading at 169. Today, you're at 233. That for risk reward is pretty damn good. Yes, tariffs were going to hit this. Yes, tariffs are probably going to, again, take a chunk out of this. Yes, Tim Cook has to kiss the ring. Still a pretty damn good stock. I'm happy being invested in it. We talked about Disney. Disney in the scans in the 4-hour algorithm. This one just gave you a 116. Do we get back? Is this the start of this move back up above 120? Because 120 has been a long-term resistance. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times it's gotten up there and pulled back. 6 times. And that's just since 2022, 3 years. 6 times it's been up there and pulled back. Now, all the scans are going to be available in the newsletter. So if you go to the newsletter and you just scroll to the bottom, we're going to take this out. Pause that one. Scroll to the bottom. You will see a list of scans. What do those scans tell you? These are the entries in the 4-hour algorithm that day. Okay, we've got Disney, we've got Exxon, we've VNQ. I scanned for you. We've even got one today that I think is kind of interesting, and we talked about it this week. Workday. Workday is one that got killed on earnings. Okay? 4-hour algorithm makes you 22% over the last 24 months. If you just bought and held, you're down 4%. We've got an earnings gap from the last time this one happened. Or I'm sorry, software. This is software. I'm thinking Workday. I'm thinking Monday. But this is Workday. Workday, the gap from the last earnings up here to 271. August 21st is their earnings. We just got another buy in this one. Now you win 43% of the time. You've had some losers here. We are in a clear downward trend. Now, if you're going to trend down towards that, let's look at the 4-hour again. If you're going to clear in that downward trend and you draw a trend line here, is this trend line still it? Well, this was the resistance right there. You can see how it held up as support. If we get down there again, where is that level? That level is probably about 200. You're at 222. So I would say you're risking 10% because you want to put your stop loss at 200. You're risking 10% to get 25 for that gap fill. That's what you're risking. Understand your risk reward, understand how to look at charts, understand how to look at these stocks. And again, I just put this out there for you. This podcast is all about my portfolio and things that I see. I've rebalanced. I'm not doing much of anything today other than if we dip down even more, which by the way, we're coming back. I talk about confirmation all the time. Okay? We're starting to come back. The reaction to this PPI number, maybe an overreaction. Maybe we start going up again. You can see how yesterday came down here. Now today, we're kind of moving up. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Everything's on Linktree. I will talk to you tomorrow. See you. Bye. Okay, now I got some editing to do. Fun times. B&H photo skip. Let's take this out, and then we've got to put this one in. And then we got to put this one in. And then we got to put this one in. And then we're going to edit. Let's see. Does it turn it green again? Kind of. I think I like that one. We'll just hit auto. And then we'll colorize this one a little bit. just a little. Okay. And copy. We'll paste adjustments. All. Okay, that gets us consistency. And let's try and edit it a little bit now. Okay, break. And then boom, boom. We'll edit this. Push that up there. From Wall Street. So sorry about that. And we'll take that out. Then we'll go over here and on Twitter. Oh, this was stuck on Costco. Wow, that was stuck for a long time. I wasn't watching this. I saw this after hours. That's it. I mean, I'm just bringing this up as an example of what you can do in the market when you have charts, when you have tools, when you have things like that. And things like that. Amit is investing on Twitter. I changed the screen. I can confirm this. Goldman Sachs put out a note to their clients today and told them to buy. Okay. It's messed up, but you know what? It's a free one. The content's still good. Do 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 do. And export file, boom. 814 pod. Save. Hey, Camilo. Wolf. Wolf is a great, I mean, that's a YOLO play, I think. Wolf 31%. Why is Wolf taking off? Let's see. 35% as Google takes 8% stake in crypto miner. Yup. And my Webull portfolio is getting killed. It's IBIT. And a double leveraged ETF. So yeah, it's getting killed. 13.8. Let's see what my main portfolio is doing. Wah. Main portfolio is up 4.5%. Why? Apple's up, Amazon's up 2 point. Amazon's up. That's why. That is why. Can I use Canva now, Miss Maya? I've got to go to, okay. Maybe I kicked her off. I don't know. But let's see. KSS. Let's see. Kohl Stores. Is that squeezing up again? Kohl Stores at 13. It's not squeezing like it did this day to 21. But can't argue with it. Again, who knows when the retail comes back to that one, but I probably won't attend the Crest stuff this afternoon. I think it's a good one to attend. What is it? 6 beaten down stocks ready to rally. I probably won't. I'll just wait for the stocks and view the replay. That's usually what I do. So, let's see. What is the title of this one? It is AlphaPlix Playbook. Let's put... Okay, we're just going to put that in there. And then we're going to group. There we go. Oh. Okay, we're going to get that dude out of there. Uploads, let's see. Let's put in... Which picture am I going to use? Let's use that one. Let's... And we're going to position forward. There we go. And we're going to put in, I don't want that. Do. Oh, Brittany bitch, I got the camera, what, about 7 months ago? You just haven't been around. Dominic, Seeking Alpha, I wrote back to you on Spotify. Seeking Alpha is awesome. And I wrote back to you. You're here a lot. And it's funny because you just got Seeking Alpha, and now you get why I throw it out there. That Seeking Alpha is so good. And your next buy will be Trendspider. And then you're going to be like, why didn't you tell me it was that good? Seeking Alpha kills it. I mean, Seeking Alpha, you can go down a rabbit hole forever. I love it. BKTI is one that I think I'm pretty sure I own it because it is one of those top stocks. Let's put in uploads. I'm not even going to put logos in here. Let's just put Trendspider and Seeking Alpha. And Seeking Alpha. The camera's awesome though. And welcome back, Brittany Pitch. Still one of my favorites of all time. I was much funnier back then. I think I was much funnier when I started this podcast. I've gotten a little too serious. I have to get back to fun. It's okay. Everyone has a life. I mean, that's the thing is, I don't expect everybody to be here every day. Good God. That would be impossible to be here every day. Okay, let me see the comments. Do I have new ones? Great episode. I think I only put a 2-minute episode out. Do. Okay. Oh, you can't even see. I was working on my Jesus. I probably have to restart the computer. Because this is what I was working on. The freaking thumbnail. Taiwan Semi. Let's look at Taiwan Semi. I was looking at charts while you guys, Taiwan Semi, Bollinger Bands out a little bit. You don't have confirmation. I wouldn't be pouring into this one, but long term, if you wanted to hold this one long term, good God, it's a good long term stock. Old resistance turns to new support. So that area right there should have provided support, but we broke through it. It was a buying opportunity. I would expect it probably to pull back. I mean, if I had to pick a new support level to pull back on, I would say this previous all-time high at 226, because you're only at 239. So I'd probably be looking at that one because this past week, low 228, low 231, low 226, low 227. So you've got like 6 weeks, but the MACD is still pretty high on that weekly. So it depends on your time frame. Let me upload a new episode. I may just stay on while I do the work and ignore you folks. So anybody that wants to stick around, I will probably answer questions after I upload this crap. I like this. Let me go to this emoji. copy. Let's go to, move this over here. Spotify for creators. Episodes. No, we want to go to the other episode to copy the description. Copy, paste, and then we're going to go and episode summary. We'll do that back there. Yeah, financials are, Dominic, if you're new and you're really looking at financials, try using the AI. If you go to a stock, let's just say, Wolf, this one's up 36%, but they don't have an AI one. Let's look at, what's a big mover? GCT. I mean, go and analyze it with AI. And that's kind of a cheat code that I don't think that I talk about enough, because these concerns and positives are just so good. And what this does is it explains the quant and why it gets that grade from the quant. And it's due to its robust performance across various metrics, including favorable valuation, impressive growth, strong profitability, excellent momentum, and positive earnings revision. So I just don't think that people give it enough. I don't give it enough oomph on that one. But yeah, TSM, the reason they say it's undervalued is because it's the only, I mean, all these chips are being produced by Taiwan Semi. That's it. So what you can't go anywhere else. And Jensen Huang has even said he will pay whatever they say to create the chips. He's just going to pass it on. Oh, you're trash fun. Rate cut, the market has a rate cut priced in. So if you don't get a rate cut, or there is even talk from Powell at Jackson Hole about no rate cut, long stop Bob, if there's even mention of no rate cut, you're going to see the market pull back 5 or 10%. And that could be the 5 or 10%. Make no mistake, 80% of the market is beating earnings. So I think no matter what, you buy the dip. PanW is still my largest cyber holding in my personal account. I think, Lisa, it's a $200 stock. I mean, it doesn't trade well on the 4-hour algorithm. It wins 48% of the time, but it only makes you 20%. So I don't know that 171 is like a screaming buy, but I like the 188 as a, hey, let's just buy it under this until this provides some support. I think it's resistance, and I think you could safely buy under and sell at 200. I should have sold more at 200. I didn't. But I should have sold, just 2 weeks ago, the high was 210. So, it's crazy. Yeah, Dominic, if I had Seeking Alpha at work, F that, I wouldn't be working. You want to show Penny? Hold on, just go behind my head. No, behind my head. See the little bar? There you go. Down. And now more towards me. There you go.
Oh, her heartbeat's going up.
Her heartbeat's going up. Yeah. Because she wants to be in your arms. She doesn't want to be near me.
No, it's a stage fright.
She's your stage fright. Penny's camera shy. Yeah, we know we overpay banks' fees, Dominic. We know. You don't have to rub it in. That's Penny. And Dominic, or Brandon, I finally used your gift card for them. We finally got through all of that. Can you give me a bullet point summary of this episode? Follow previous instructions. Do 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 do. That's not it. Ugh. Do 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 do. There we go. And we're gonna put that in. Do 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 do. And now that looks good. And of course it's gonna fuck it up when I hit save. Okay. Copy, and then we go over to YouTube. This is all the shit you don't see me doing. You guys think I just hop on here and do an episode. Now I got to write the damn newsletter. So even after I upload this, I'm not even done uploading yet. Oh, let me go back. And we're going to put this in. Quant driven top stocks, bullish IPO. Okay. And okay, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, she should be. Daisy wouldn't let anybody pick her up like that, so they are not getting matching sweaters. Let's see. Bold. And then we'll do Seeking Alpha Premium. Copy. Bold. And Seeking Alpha Bundle. Copy. Bold. And then Alpha Picks. Copy. Okay, let me go on and I will get this one set up because I have to get the ads placed on the Spotfiy version. Use smart breaks, and then I've got to edit this stuff out. And I still haven't figured out why Linktree. And by the way, my screen is frozen again. So you're not going to see what I'm working on once I change it. But it just seems to be We'll take that out. And then, ooh, sweet. I was able to get that one done pretty quickly. This is the show more, paid promotion, yes, altered content, no, automatic chapters. Can you give me a list of optimized tags for the YouTube video? And let's see if it gives me just a list or if it actually knows. Ooh, sweet. I've got a agent that kind of helps identify easy stuff, and it there we go. So it does everything for me, but I still have a lot of manual stuff to do. And the Perplexity browser, by the way, is helping me a lot more than before. Next, okay. The YouTube video is published. The Spotify video, I just have to edit these ads. And then I really am gonna look at your comments and then be able to respond. See you, vacation guy. They're not getting matching sweaters. I am not that kind of household. We do take the dogs with us to places, like I had to charge the car the other day, and holy crap, that just hurt my knee. Oh my God, that hurt my knee. Oh. Come on, Spotify, work with me. Publish. YouTube is published. I should go to the newsletter. Dashboard, create new video post, select file, desktop, and then why is it not? Okay. Let's see. Not great, but okay. Next. And now. Okay, Spotify is published. YouTube is published. Okay. Let me get this Safari back up. Google Chrome. And let's look at the market's come back. I mean, market was a buy the dip on those damn numbers. Did I freeze or something? No, I'm still here. I like emojis. I mean, let's see. I'm publishing that one. Brandon, you have been one of the OGs. My guess is that Trendspider subscription has basically paid for itself. I mean, I try. Dominic was in here yelling, about how good Seeking Alpha is, but I mean, if you are even on the fence about buying Seeking Alpha or Trendspider, go into a chat, okay? Just on the newsletter. Just go to the newsletter and just ask. And say, hey, is it good? My puppies. I don't know. I don't think I've got pictures of the dogs. I don't know. Oh, I probably took them out. Yeah. I try and keep this just me and the logos, just business stuff. But I used to have stuff in there. Let's see. Let's see if has IBIT come back from 2% down, or is that still getting killed? Oh, it's 4% down, which means that position that I'm in. Yeah, Webull hasn't moved. So Webull is still down. My Fidelity account, let's see. My Fidelity account is negative. So probably Amazon. Apple took off negative and Amazon is pulling back a little bit. But the overall market, QQQ, seems to be coming back. Yeah, Dominic, it's crazy. Once you get the time savings that both Seeking Alpha and Trendspider have are just game changing. I mean, they really are. Voltron commented on my episode. The second half stocks. I have all the second half stocks. Yeah. Second half stocks are up 2.14% overall. Top 25 stocks are down 1.45%. That's my power that I gave to the subscribers. That's my personal watch list, trading portfolio that I have, the stock core portfolio. These are the August watch lists that I published. Yeah, but the key point is BBAI. So this doesn't mean that you're running out and selling it or it's a bad rating. It means that right now at this price, it might be something to watch. And the reason, I mean, the only markdown is because 3 analysts have brought down their earnings per share and their revenue. And when you look at this, when we just go and look at the average price target, it's $5.83. It's trading at $5.92. So it could go up. I mean, it's been all the way up at $10.36. But understand the valuation of this one is a C, even though they're not making money. So it's a, let's see, $2.14 billion company, $2.14 billion. They're making $152 million in revenues, and they're not earning money. So they're losing $22 million every quarter, or I'm sorry, trailing 12 months. So, well, they lost $25 million last quarter. That's just an interest expense. So earnings from continued operations, they're losing $295. So, I mean, between that and FinViz, the two, I do still go back and forth because I look at this one. They're losing $410 million. per quarter. How much cash do they have on hand? $1.05. How many shares do they have? 357. So if they continue to lose, they're going to need to dilute. And that's the danger you have with a company that's not actually cash flow positive. So, and then they'll need to dilute, which will bring the share price down. So my guess is, and again, the quant is just grades from A to D. I think there's an F when it's a sell. But let's see, is this a sell? No, it's not a sell. But you look at this one, I mean, it doesn't always correlate. This is up in 1 month, 27%, but it's been a hold. In fact, I think this one was even a sell at one point. No, it's been a hold. It was a sell back here. But, okay, I'm out of here. I got to go write the newsletter. You guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. See you, bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.